Okay, so you know what this is from the thumbnail. I basically decided that it was time for me to finally invest. I wouldn't say it's so much of an unboxing. I just haven't opened it yet, so I'm going to open it right now. I wanted this to be one of these, no nonsense. I don't really know much well, especially about tools and that. I don't know a lot about it. I don't know much at all, which is the whole point of this channel, is that we learn together. Now, right, let me just get the instructions out of the way. I have spent a lot of time reviewing these, as I'm sure a lot of people have, and if you're watching this, you've probably seen a gazillion videos on circular saws, and this one in particular maybe. You've got your little fence thing, which I may use it, but I do plan on making a little makeshift track for it, because this is the purpose of this really. This collection port thing, wonder if that's any good. Apparently they're not great, but there we are. So what I mainly wanted to do was have a look. If I can even, they're packed well. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's the blade. Don't touch that. Let's just pry it open. Yeah, so all I wanted to do was say to you guys, look, if you're looking for a circular saw and you don't quite know what you're doing, or you've started the platform and you just wanted another DEWALT tool to add to your arsenal, Jesus, they don't want you to have this. Certainly didn't want me to open it. There it is. So this is the DCS391. It comes with a blade. Get rid of cardboard. So this really is just to rip down the bits of wood I've got to bring in there, the MDF and things like that, the sheets, so I can get them in there and get to work on them. And I thought, well, if I'm only using it for the odd thing like that, I don't want to spend out. But as we all know, I like yellow. So I wouldn't even know where the dust port goes. It's quite weighty actually. It feels like good quality, for an entry range. What I really wanted to know with this is, because I have 2 amp batteries, the 18 volt drill and impact driver came with batteries, so I didn't want to spend any more money on batteries, and this is just the tool itself. This is the first one I've bought without batteries or a charger or a case. So yeah, it's no nonsense, no fuss. The tool itself to fit the blade is right in there. Come on, you know you want to come out. There we go. Allen key, basic Allen key, and the arbor is there. I'm learning words and everything. The blade is on the left hand side. I didn't really want to do that because obviously I want to run it along a fence, so I'm just going to have to put the fence the other way and hope to God that I can hold it steady against the fence. So I'm going to fit the blade. You've probably seen this happen a million times, so I'm not going to show you. I'm just going to jump ahead, just make sure it's in. And one thing I wanted to know is, or another thing I wanted to know was, will it cut through 2x4? So I've got some scrap 2x4 here. I'm just going to try and cut through it once. You've probably seen all the videos of it being able to cut through wood, but I can't really focus myself enough to listen to measurements and all this kind of stuff. I just want to know if it can do it. Will it run on my 2 amp battery? will it cut through 2x4, and is it a good cut? So we'll find out now. Okay, so the blade's in. One thing to remember, and this is the way I see it, when I put this on the material, the cutting is happening underneath. So the teeth face in the direction that you want to cut, which is towards the wood moving forward. So fitting the blade, it's a reverse thread, so it's lefty tighty, righty loosey. But the teeth have to face away from you, so I imagine it as being upside down, so it's an upcut. Why I'm moving that there, I don't know, whether I've got a handle here, but yeah, so that's in, and I'm just going to place, I've got a fully charged battery, it's a 2 amp hour, will it switch on? Oh, safety things. Oh, and it has a brake. Right, so I don't need a dust port. You've got your soft flex forward. You can move your what is that called? Plate up and down. It's just loosen, tighten. No messing around with screwing for ages. You've got your sort of safety bit. You have to put your thumb on that, so it moves for the blade to work, for the turn. It feels solid for a cheap one. I mean, I saw this whole cast aluminium or cast magnesium or something or other thing, and I thought, is that going to flex? No, this is not going anywhere. So let's just see if we can cut some wood, some 2x4, because that's the most I'm ever going to use it for, I think. It looks like it might. Let's have a look. Okay, so apologies for the angle. I can't find my tripod, and that's ridiculous. But I'm just going to cut through this. That's a piece of 2x4, and I'm going to retract the guard myself, place it on the end, and I'm just going to try and cut through it. Okay, so yeah, with these, with absolute ease, just so look at that. My God, that's awesome. So that's the cut. You can see the yellow that's come off the blade. It's straight, but only mostly straight, 95% straight. So basically what happened was, that's the first time I've ever used one, and when I got to the end of the bit of wood, I sort of kicked myself, my arm flexed a little bit or something, and it kind of went like this, so that was on me. I'm going to read the instructions on how that fits. Probably never going to use that. At least not in, well, no, actually I might. I think it's, as long as it's square. The thing is, stuff like this I don't usually trust. But yeah, that was, I know it's quite basic. The tool itself, running off that 2 amp battery, dragged me across the wood. It's fine. So if you're wondering yourself, you know, is this going to do the job at the price point? I know it's DEWALT, and it's not the biggest one. But yeah, it flew through 2x4. It had room. There was, you know, I could have lowered the plate a little bit and still got through there. So there's plenty of room for that. So if you're working with 2x4s, 2x2s and things like that, anything around the 2-inch mark, no problem. 2 amp battery, plenty of power. I know there's a lot of comparisons between brushed, brushless. This is brushed. what batteries usually. I've read loads of things where it says, oh, make sure you've got a 5 or 4 amp battery in there, and you know, if you're working on site, yes, but I'm not. So for just ripping down sheet material with a 2 amp battery, which I've got with my other tools, the only time I'm going to buy extra batteries is when I have more than 4 tools. So, job done. It's lovely, and it's yellow. I've dirtied it already. So yeah, battery out. I've done 1 cut and I'm happy. I'm very happy. Time to go and register it. Oh, the other thing as well, if there's ever any issues with it, if you register it with DEWALT, you get 3-year warranty, and within those 3 years, if anything happens, if they can't fix it, you get a new one. So if it's brushed and you're worried about, you know, the amount of time you get with the tool, you've got no problem with this. If you're on a budget but you want DEWALT, buy this one. If you've already got batteries and they're 2 amp, buy this one. You don't need more than that. See you in the next video.